Actually, for my first international tournament, Santosh Lad helped me. You don't see my achievement. Now I come here. What a coincidence. Thank you, sir.
National Role Model Awardee. He's won 9 international awards for country and welfare in Maharashtra. That's amazing.
A big hand for them, a very special photograph with Santosh. Ashwati, and she is ready to model for us together with Santosh Lal. Ladies and gentlemen, Ashwati. And creative soul. Sunaina looks like an actress from Downton Abbey that she launched at TVS Motor Company, an award-winning achiever and youth team leader at Mandalassi Association for the Physically Challenged. Netravati. She has beautiful eyes together as a volunteer and helps very many people. Nagabhushan. Dr. Rajarashmi. And she recently got married. Where's her husband? Where is her husband? Now, please welcome Ganesh.
Central government as well as state government should start giving money to such innovative foundations where the asset or the intellectual property would be public domain with the state and as well as the country. This is what the thought. If I'm wrong, please correct me. So with this, I'm still on the same page. I personally feel that I would definitely take this idea to the Honorable Chief Minister of Government of Karnataka, and I'm sure in future coming days that there will be some sort of a contribution from the state where definitely this innovative program where you want to take to the villages and you want to make 100 labs. I'm sure apart from being Karnataka minister, I will definitely try, and being as a part of your foundation, I would definitely work as a volunteer in your foundation also. I would like to say this. There are too many things to say, but I will not speak much anyway. I've been there in this politics quite a long now, almost more than 30 years. So I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't chew tobacco. Since from at the age of 17, I've been very active in politics. Today, we all are responsible. Every individual. If you think that politicians are the only people who are accountable, no. Every person in this hall here, or every person in this country or a state, we all are individually responsible. People feel, politics. I've seen people when I walk through. People speak so wrong about politics. Anyway, they're right because that's how they're perceived. But today things are changing. I personally feel everybody should put an effort. It's not that when you say, when I'm putting effort, you should try to support any political party or you should go and hold a flag. But honestly, if you're not aware what is happening in this country or in the society, it's a failure of a society itself. So you feel that politicians has to be great, you want a politician with a lot of qualities, then that has to come from you all only. So I always keep telling, we are all representing the society. If the society is clear, if society is good, we are representing the society. So I feel whenever you are there in any way, you should always create an awareness. What do you mean by awareness? Please don't follow the media. Today's media is quite biased. It could be for us or could be for anybody. And maybe the social media or the WhatsApp group or the Instagram. Today, the reason why I'm telling you is this country does not belong to any one political party. Neither it belongs to Congress, neither it belongs to BJP. This country belongs to all 140 crore of this population. So there is a narration, yes, obviously there is a narration. To understand it, I think you should really introspect and see to that what's happening in this country. Just for sake of few sort of statistics, even though we proudly say we are fourth in the world, we are the largest $4 trillion economy, but it's not so. Today we are in the 6th position, that's okay. But let us compare, because there's so many comparisons happened. Joe spoke and as well as a few people spoke about the statistics. But here, I'm not trying to criticize, I'm trying to tell you the fact. Even though we consider ourselves 4th economy or 6th economy, If you compare to the other country, let us compare to other country. Let us start with America. America having a $30 trillion economy, having a population of 34 crore people, and having a per capita income around about 90 lakh. So coming back to China, having a population of 150 crore, having a $20 trillion economy, and having a per capita income of around about 12 to 13 lakhs. Coming to Japan, having a population of 12 crores, and having a GDP of around about $4.7 trillion, having a per capita income of 35 lakhs. Coming to Germany, having 8 crore, having nearing $5 trillion economy, having a per capita income of 50 lakhs. Coming to India, having a $4 trillion economy, and having a per capita income closely to 2 lakhs. So this is the fact. You need to understand this. We are not trying to, talk anything about anybody here. But if you don't understand all these things, how do we get into politics? So taking sides or liking somebody or disliking somebody has to be on a policy and a program based or a growth based. This is where my point of view is, because there are so many more than 250 IITs here. And it's the first time, I think, because the Kannada media is here, ಇದು ಮೊದಲನೇ ಬಾರಿಗೆ 250 ಹೆಚ್ಚು IITN and IIMs ನವರು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದು ಈ ಒಂದು ವೇದಿಕೆ ಮೇಲೆ ಈ ಒಂದು ಜಾಗದಲ್ಲಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಅವರು ಸೇರಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಬ್ಬರಿಗೂ ನಾನು ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳನ್ನು ಹೇಳಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಬಯಸ್ತೀನಿ. More than 250 to 300 people of IITN and IIMs are here. Therefore the cause. But immaterial of any political party, immaterial of any government, we have to speak the truth. So getting forward here, I will not really try to speak much, but the reality is that if you don't understand reality and if you're speaking away from reality, nothing is going to happen. Today, after being an 80 years old independent country, today 93% are in the informal sector. We are unorganized sector is around 93%. These are the statistical figures which you cannot run away from it. It's a fact. You have to accept it. Even though you're talking about so much, but today 93% of India is still in the unorganized sector. So where do we see ourselves? If you're talking about this innovative, definitely I'll come and speak about it. But today's fact is that the 93% of population in India is unorganized sector. We have around about 9 crore people who are income tax assessee. We pay around 4.5 crore people pay income tax. We have got 1% of Indian population holding 40% of wealth. It's a real fact. Down bottom of 50% of people are holding only 3% of wealth. This is the real fact. So more than or below the 10% people are earning 25,000 rupees salary here. Only maximum 3% or 10% of people are earning around 3 lakhs rupees here. So these are all the statistical things which you need to understand. This is the reality. If you compare the per capita income to other countries, we are so very far. But we project ourselves to be a 4th ranking or 6th ranking, even though we are proud to be there. But reality fact is per capita income is very low when you compare to other countries. Just for the sake of sharing this, I shared. But anyway, coming back to where we started this today, innovative India and as well as India Rising, along with my foundation, we started this idea where we said that let us have this sort of a gathering where all walks of people will come here and try to understand what we are trying to do and create a platform for I really don't like to call disabled or specially able people, that we thought that we should create an R&D lab for them, for which already they have started. So I am a part of their journey. So Sunil and Shu, I'll promise you, as long as I'm there alive, God has given me the energy. I'll be working as a volunteer once again with your foundation too. So there's so many things. As Buddha starts with saying, first arrow, he says about Salata Sutta. It says that the first strike is always a blow. So what we call is people with disabilities. You don't know. You don't know when you are going to be disabled. My friend, she was telling, you may be very able today. As the age progresses, there are chances that you will become ill. There are chances that you will have some sort of a disease, or you can find an accident to yourself and see that you are disabled. So anyway, even we can say that disabled sometimes as a temporary. As she says, as you grow old, there's a time comes we all are going to be disabled. So coming back from where the Buddha starts, Buddha said the same thing. The first arrow, when it hits to you, you have to accept the reality. So the reality what we are accepting, the population today in India is more than 15% of population which is a disability. That's why the whole idea of we getting together is that we should help the disabled people here, and as well as I was trying to promote a bill which I'm trying to get. So we wanted all support from all walks of life. So coming back here, this Article 14 states that Constitution of India, it says that guarantees equality before law to every citizen and as well as disabled also. So Article 15, Article 21, Article 21 states that ensures the right to live of dignity. And Article 32 says it's fundamental rights, whereas Article 32 governs and gives a it's a heart of an constitution which Ambedkar Sahib said that you will have every remedy, any constitutional remedy. It is in Article 32. With all these things, so we thought that I especially thought that we should get this bill here, and I'm trying my best. So I require all your support. So even that during the Constituent Assembly also there was a debate on this. They said if democracy becomes or will have only the meaning when the weaker is protected by law. So disability rights which we are talking about is not a charity. It's a fundamental right and it's a justice which we are supposed to provide them. So having all this background here, we thought, and personally I took it very personally, this bill is very close to me. So I should thank my fellow friend Mr. Manjunath here and my entire Labour department. Almost from last 6 months, we are trying of good selves to see to that this bill will get enacted in a country. It's going to be a first of its kind in India, where the disabled people will be given 3% of reservation in the private sector, both in employment as well as the education. So I should thank my fellow friend Manjunath also. The India's future, if we don't have an inclusiveness of these people in the policy making, I always say when the policy making is there, we should include all walks of life of people. If we make them inclusive, that is going to be a growth of this country. So I would not take much of a time, but if you see the disability, as we said, it is not always a permanent. Anyone can become a temporarily or a permanently disabled through age, illness or accidentally. So what we require is now an accessibility, inclusion and an awareness. So there are 21 types of disabilities. So different disability comes with the different challenges. So everyone needs an opportunity now. So I request, since they all require an opportunity, so this is where I am trying to get this bill. So all the people who all have come here, it's a humble request from the bottom of the heart that you support this bill in whatever ways you can. There are so many ways today, from social media to Facebook to Instagram and Twitter. So please use all the modems to support this bill so that all the people who have gathered here, that the new change would begin from Karnataka and it will reach the entire country.